Sunlight floods the high school hallway as Anna and Emily walk together, motes of dust swirling in the golden light.
Anna's laughter echoes, carefree and bright, filling the bustling hallway with her infectious joy. Emily smiles, but a flicker of envy momentarily darkens her eyes, hidden beneath a veneer of friendship. Anna moves with effortless confidence, a natural grace marking her every step through the crowded space. Emily, more reserved, observes Anna's seemingly perfect life, a silent contrast to her own quiet demeanor. The hallway buzzes with activity, a backdrop to the complex dynamic unfolding between the two best friends. Soft lamplight bathes Anna's room, a haven adorned with indie band posters and the soft glow of fairy lights. Emily sits on the bed's edge, textbook open, but her eyes betray her, drinking in Anna's world. The fairy lights twinkle, casting a magical spell over the headboard, illuminating dreams and secrets. An overflowing bookshelf stands as a testament to Anna's rich inner world and boundless curiosity. Emily's gaze lingers, captivated by the effortless cool that seems to emanate from every corner of the room. Your life is just perfect, Anna. You have everything, Emily confesses, a hint of longing in her voice. Anna and Emily trek along a winding trail, the river's melody accompanying their journey. Sunlight dapples through the trees, illuminating their path along the vibrant riverbank. Emily pauses, her breath catching as she gestures towards the inviting water. "Let's take a break by the water. I'm beat," Emily says, her voice echoing softly. The promise of rest draws them closer to the river, a tranquil haven awaiting. On the riverbank, Emily feigns a stumble and shoves Anna with unexpected force. Anna's piercing scream echoes as she loses her balance, arms flailing. Anna plunges into the murky river, disappearing beneath the surface. Emily stands motionless, offering no help, her eyes fixed on the spot where Anna vanished. "Ah!" Emily stares at the river, ensuring Anna is no longer visible. The river flows silently, indifferent to the events it has witnessed. Panic begins to set in. Emily's breath hitches as reality crashes down. Her eyes dart around, seeking an escape from the horrifying truth. Each ripple in the water seems to mock her with its relentless flow. The weight of her actions crushes her, leaving her paralyzed with dread. Inside her dimly lit house, Emily is haunted by guilt and fear, their shadows dancing across her weary face. Her eyes dart nervously around the room, a whirlwind of desperate thoughts swirling in her mind. A plan begins to form, a daring, desperate scheme to assume Anna's identity and rewrite her fate. The weight of her decisions settles upon her shoulders as she steels herself for the task ahead. In Anna's home, Emily wears a mask of grief, her presence a stark contrast to the somber atmosphere. Her eyes, seemingly filled with sorrow, subtly scan the room, taking in every detail with calculated precision. She offers words of comfort to Anna's family, her voice dripping with false sympathy. Beneath the veneer of concern, Emily carefully probes for information about Anna's life. Her questions, veiled in grief, betray a hidden agenda as she navigates the room. The air is thick with unspoken tension as Emily continues her subtle investigation, her true motives concealed. Moonlight paints the room as Emily moves like a shadow, her footsteps silent on the carpet. She stealthily approaches Anna's desk, her gaze fixed on the drawers. Emily rummages through the drawers, her movements quick and furtive in the dim light. Anna's wallet is in her hand. Emily swiftly removes the ID and credit cards. Documents follow, each item carefully placed into Emily's waiting bag. Her mission complete, she retreats as silently as she came, leaving no trace. In her room, Emily pores over Anna's documents, a dark ambition smoldering in her eyes. Her brow furrows as she studies the papers, each detail a step closer to her goal. On a spare sheet, she practices Anna's signature, a perfect forgery taking shape. Emily tilts her head, pursing her lips, a chilling imitation of Anna's mannerisms. Each gesture, each practiced stroke, is a layer in her deceptive transformation. The room feels heavy with Emily's focused intent. She's becoming someone else. At the high school, Emily, disguised as Anna, strides through the busy hallways, her confident steps echoing. Students glance at her, sensing a subtle shift in her attitude. The change is almost imperceptible, a ghost of the girl Anna once was. They dismiss it, a trick of the light, a shadow of recent grief. Emily continues, her eyes sharp and calculating behind Anna's facade. Each step is a calculated risk in this high-stakes impersonation. Sunlight fills the classroom as Emily hunches over a textbook, lost in thought. The air is thick with unspoken tension. Her brow furrows in concentration, eyes darting nervously around the room before returning to the text. A bead of sweat trickles down her temple as she chews on her pen, overwhelmed by the pressure. Stepping into Anna's shoes is proving to be a far greater challenge than she ever imagined. The warmly lit living room casts shadows as Emily, acting as Anna, sits on the floral sofa facing Anna's parents. Martha and George exchange uneasy glances, a silent question hanging in the air as Martha asks, "You seem different, dear." Emily laughs too loudly, deflecting with, "Oh, Mom, you know how work can be. Just a long day." George's story is cut short by Emily. "Oh, Dad, you and your stories. I'm just tired, that's all." She forces a smile. Emily, acting as Anna, rushes down the bustling street, her pace hurried and anxious. A sudden collision outside the coffee shop as she bumps into Jake, a close friend of Anna's. Jake squints, his eyes narrowing with a growing sense of unease and suspicion. His gaze lingers on Emily, trying to reconcile her behavior with the Anna he knows. The air thickens with unspoken questions as Jake observes Emily's uncharacteristic actions. Sunlight floods the library, illuminating swirling dust motes as Jake sits among towering stacks of books and files. He pores over yellowed newspaper clippings, a grim mosaic of missing persons and suspicious obituaries spread before him. Each article is a piece of a puzzle, each name a whisper in the silent, sun-drenched room. Jake's brow furrows, his eyes scanning for a connection, a pattern hidden within the chaos of information. He meticulously pieces together the fragments, driven by a desperate hope to uncover the truth behind Anna's disappearance. The weight of unanswered questions hangs heavy as Jake continues his solitary search in the heart of the library. Sunlight dances on the river as Jake stands on the bank, his face etched with worry, searching for Anna. His gaze sweeps across the water, desperation growing with each passing moment. Kneeling, he brushes the muddy ground, his fingers combing through the earth for any sign. A shimmer beneath the leaves catches his eye, a glint of metal reflecting the harsh sunlight. He picks it up, a delicate piece of jewelry he instantly recognizes. Recognition dawns, his face darkening with the grim confirmation of his worst fears. Inside the sterile police station, Detective Jake sits, his anxiety evident as he faces the stern officer across the table. With a trembling hand, Jake pushes a file, the weight of his suspicions heavy in the air. The file slides, a silent accusation aimed at someone unseen. "I think Emily knows more about Anna's disappearance than she's letting on," Jake declares, his voice firm yet laced with doubt. "This evidence proves it," he adds, the words hanging in the tense silence of the room. In the stark interrogation room, Emily, posing as Anna, faces a stern detective. The air is thick with unspoken tension. Emily clasps her hands tightly, a forced smile masking her growing unease under the detective's gaze. A confident facade wavers as her eyes betray a flicker of anxiety, a silent admission in the sterile space. The detective's gaze intensifies, a silent challenge to Emily's carefully constructed persona. The weight of her deception presses down, each second stretching into an eternity of mounting pressure. In Anna's dimly lit house, police officers move with purpose, flashlights slicing through the darkness in a methodical search. The beams dance across surfaces, revealing the ordinary details of Anna's life under the scrutiny of the law. Evidence begins to surface as Emily's fingerprints are discovered on various items, each a silent clue. The air thickens with unspoken questions as the officers collect the traces left behind, piecing together the puzzle. Rustling papers fill Emily's modest home as uniformed officers methodically search, their movements precise and thorough. Sunlight illuminates dust motes, casting long shadows as they delve deeper into Emily's secrets. An officer discovers a file hidden under Emily's bed, his eyes widening as he flips through the pages. Anna's missing ID surfaces, along with the scarf she always wore, deepening the mystery. Documents bearing Anna's signature are found, a silent exchange between officers hinting at a darker truth. In the stark interrogation room, a bare bulb casts harsh shadows on Emily as she sits across from the detective. Photos of Anna are spread across the cold steel table, each one a painful reminder. Emily stares at the photos, her face slowly breaking apart under the weight of guilt. Tears begin to well in her eyes, blurring the images of Anna before her. Her voice cracks, barely a whisper as she finally confesses the truth that haunts her. I pushed her. I pushed Anna into the river, Emily admits, the words hanging heavy in the air. Under an overcast sky, police officers gather along the muddy riverbank, their expressions grim and focused. The murky water reflects the somber atmosphere as they work. An officer pulls Anna's body from the river. The discovery sends ripples of shock and sorrow through the assembled officers. In a packed courtroom, Emily faces judgment, the weight of the murder trial heavy on her shoulders. Spectators fill the benches, their gazes fixed on Emily, a mixture of curiosity and judgment in their eyes. The sorrowful family of Anna sits in the front row, their grief palpable, their eyes filled with unspoken pain. Friends offer silent support, their faces etched with worry and solidarity for Emily. The air is thick with tension as the trial begins, the fate of Emily hanging in the balance. In the hushed courtroom, Jake stands tall at the witness stand, his face etched with gravity. His voice, precise and measured, fills the room as he recounts the investigation's grim details. Gestures punctuate his testimony, each movement underscoring key pieces of evidence. A palpable tension hangs in the air as every eye in the courtroom remains fixed on Jake. Based on my investigation and the evidence I uncovered, the defendant is guilty, Jake declares. In the packed courtroom, Emily's attorney passionately pleads, his gestures painting a desperate picture of temporary insanity. The jury observes, their expressions a mixture of doubt and contemplation, their faces etched with the weight of their decision. Each juror wrestles with the gravity of the situation, their individual judgments clouded by skepticism. The air crackles with anticipation, the silence broken only by the rustle of papers and the occasional cough. Emily's fate hangs precariously, her future resting on the jury's uncertain verdict. Tension mounts as the courtroom waits, every face turned toward the jury, seeking a sign of their impending judgment. Tension fills the courtroom, a palpable weight pressing down on every soul present. The jury foreman rises, his face etched with solemnity, his every move deliberate. Silence descends, a suffocating blanket silencing every whisper and rustle. All eyes are fixed on the foreman, waiting, anticipating, dreading the words to come. The verdict hangs in the balance, a single word that will alter lives forever. Guilty of murder, the foreman declares, the words echoing like a death knell. In the dim prison cell, Emily sits on her cot, the cold stone walls casting long, stark shadows around her. Her gaze is lost, fixed on the floor, her face a canvas of regret, each line telling a story of remorse. The heavy weight of her actions bears down on her, an inescapable burden etched deep into her soul. A flicker of understanding sparks in her eyes as the full scope of her consequences dawns on her. Alone in the oppressive silence, she confronts the stark reality of her choices. The dim light emphasizes the isolation, highlighting the profound solitude of her confinement. Under a somber sky, long shadows stretch across the silent tombstones. Anna's family gathers, their faces etched with inconsolable grief. Dressed in dark, somber clothes, they stand around Anna's grave. Soft sobs punctuate the heavy silence, mingling with the rustling leaves. Each member is lost in their own thoughts, reflecting on the tragedy. Soft lamplight fills Anna's bedroom, casting a nostalgic glow as she sits cross-legged, brimming with youthful dreams. Anna's face shines with passion as she shares her dreams with Emily. "I have so many dreams, Emily. I want to travel the world, write a book, maybe even become a famous actress," Anna exclaims. Emily sits beside her, a subtle shadow of envy flickering across her face, almost imperceptible in the dim light. Emily forces a smile, her eyes betraying a hint of hidden emotion. "That's amazing, Anna. I'm sure you'll do great things," Emily says, her words hanging in the air, tinged with both admiration and a touch of bitterness. Sunlight bathes the high school, illuminating youthful dreams. Young Anna and Emily stand face to face, their eyes sparkling. Anna's hopeful gaze meets Emily's, a promise hanging in the air. "We'll be best friends forever, right?" Anna asks, her voice full of youthful hope. Emily's radiant smile reflects the sunlight. "Forever and always." A bond sealed in youthful innocence under the bright, promising sun. In a sterile prison visiting room, Emily sits across from her parents, the fluorescent lights casting a harsh, unforgiving glow. Her mother's voice cracks with disbelief. "I still can't believe it, Emily." Her father's disappointment is palpable. "We raised you better than this." Emily stares back, silent, her expression unreadable under the stark lighting. The humming lights amplify the heavy silence, each buzz a stark reminder of the chasm between them. The detective stands at the riverbank's edge, the cool breeze playing with his trench coat. He stares at the calm water, a stark contrast to the turmoil of the case haunting his thoughts. Sunlight glints off the surface, momentarily blinding him as he replays the events. The gentle lapping of the water creates a mournful rhythm, mirroring the darkness that consumed Emily. Bathed in soft lamplight, Anna's parents sit at the table, a silent tableau of grief and remembrance. A pile of old photographs lies scattered before them, each one a portal to happier days with Anna. Their fingers trace the faded images, each touch a whisper of love and loss. Sadness and nostalgia are etched deeply into their faces, a poignant story of a family's shared sorrow. The high school grounds buzz with students, their faces reflecting shared memories of Anna. A palpable sense of loss hangs in the air, mingling with quiet smiles and whispered stories. Each student carries a piece of Anna's legacy, etched in their hearts. In shared grief, they celebrate the profound impact Anna had on their lives. The courtroom buzzes with hushed tension, every eye fixed on Emily as she stands before the imposing judge. Emily's face is pale, but her eyes are resolute under the intense scrutiny. The judge's stern gaze pierces through her, a sentence hanging heavy in the air. "Emily, this court sentences you to life in prison without the possibility of parole." In the dim prison cell, Emily thrashes on the cot, a sheen of sweat on her pale face. "No, Anna, stay away," Emily cries, lost in the throes of a nightmare. Emily's dream. A murky riverbank where Anna's eyes widen in terror as she's pulled under. Emily reaches desperately, her fingers grasping at empty air as Anna disappears beneath the dark water. "Emily, help me." Anna's distorted voice echoes, a haunting plea from the depths. Sunlight dances on the river's surface, its beauty masking the darkness hidden beneath. The river flows, indifferent to the silent drama played out on its banks. Ripples spread, mirroring the ripples of sorrow that echo through the scene. Water reflects the sky, a vast, uncaring witness to the tragedy. Life continues, even as shadows linger by the water's edge. The peaceful river, a stark contrast to the turmoil it conceals. Sunlight floods the police station, highlighting the tension in the air. Jake, a young detective, stands rigid, a knot of nervousness in his stomach. The chief affixes a medal to Jake's chest, a glint of pride in his eyes. The medal gleams, a symbol of recognition amidst Jake's inner turmoil. A silent acknowledgement passes between them, heavy with unspoken weight. Mournful figures gather in solemn silence around Anna's grave, their faces reflecting a profound grief. Each family member carries a bouquet of vibrant flowers, their colors a stark contrast to the somber setting. With gentle hands, they lay their floral tributes upon the headstone, a silent offering of love. The flowers cascade over the stone, a vibrant symbol of remembrance and enduring affection. Eyes are cast downward, lost in private memories of Anna, each heart heavy with unspoken sorrow. A collective wish hangs in the air, that Anna, finally, has found peace beyond the veil of tears. Sunlight paints the cold cell in stark shadows, illuminating Emily's regret etched deeply into her face. She stares intently at her hands, turning them over as if searching for absolution written on her skin. It all seemed so simple then, Emily reflects, her voice echoing in the silence. Envy. It's a powerful poison. Her eyes, once bright with ambition, are now clouded, reflecting the heavy weight of her choices. I wanted what she had, she confesses. Instead, it just created a bigger void. Ambition. Unchecked, it becomes a monster. And I let it consume me, Emily admits, her voice heavy with remorse. Sunlight glints on the tranquil river, mirroring the carefree joy of friends splashing and laughing on the bank. The clear water belies a hidden darkness, its placid surface concealing secrets unknown to those at play. Beneath the laughter and splashing, shadows stir, hinting at the unseen mysteries lurking below. Each ripple carries an echo of the unknown, a stark contrast to the friends' oblivious revelry. The river flows on, its secrets guarded, as the friends continue their joyous games, unaware of the fate that awaits. The diary's aged pages glow softly, bathed in a warm, intimate light. Anna's hand dances across the paper, each stroke capturing her innermost thoughts. She cherishes the memory of her friendship with Emily, a bond unbreakable. Dreams of a bright future fill Anna's heart with hope. The diary becomes a vessel, holding the promise of days yet to come. A heavy silence smothers Emily's house, the air thick with unspoken judgment and wary glances from watchful neighbors. The house, once a haven of warmth, now stands burdened, reflecting the community's collective scorn in its silent facade. Every window seems to hold a story. Every shadow whispers disapproval. As the weight of isolation settles on Emily's home, even the sunlight seems hesitant, casting long, accusing shadows that deepen the sense of unease surrounding the house. Sunlight streams through barred windows, illuminating the quiet prison library where shadows dance across the worn tables. Emily sits alone. A book titled Forgivenesses lies open before her, its pages a gateway to a past she can't escape. Her brow furrows in deep concentration as she seeks answers within the text, a desperate search etched on her face. She runs a hand through her short hair, a gesture revealing the weight of regret and a flicker of hope for redemption. The lines on her face tell a story of past burdens, a silent plea for a future where forgiveness might be possible. Under a canopy of trees, friends and family gather, their faces reflecting a blend of sorrow and cherished memories. Sunlight filters through the leaves, casting fleeting patterns upon the assembled mourners. A gentle breeze stirs, carrying whispers of shared moments and echoing laughter. Each face tells a story, a chapter of love and loss etched in the lines of their expressions. The park stands as a silent witness, embracing the weight of their collective grief and remembrance. Sunlight paints the prison chapel in vibrant hues, illuminating rows of hardened faces, seeking solace. Amidst the somber gathering, Emily sits alone, her worry a palpable weight. Her knuckles are white as she clutches a worn Bible, a silent plea in her trembling hands. The chaplain's voice echoes, yet Emily remains lost, trapped in a labyrinth of her own making. Her downcast eyes reflect a storm of unspoken fears as the weight of her reality crushes her. Under the sun's gaze, an environmental group battles the riverbank's neglect, their efforts mirroring in the water's gleam. Hands clad in gloves, they gather trash and debris, each piece a testament to human impact and a step towards healing. The river, once marred by waste, begins to reflect a clearer sky, promising a return to its untouched state. A community unites, driven by a shared vision to reclaim the river's natural beauty, one piece of trash at a time. A cacophony of keyboard clicks fills the bustling police station as sunlight paints stripes across the room. A young, eager detective stands before the captain's cluttered desk, a stark contrast in experience. Dust motes dance in the sunbeams, momentarily illuminating the gravity of the situation. The captain gestures towards a thick file, its contents heavy with untold stories and grim realities. Sunlight drapes Anna's old neighborhood, shadows stretching like memories across the familiar streets. Neighbors gather, their faces canvases of sorrow mixed with tender remembrance. Stories of Anna's laughter fill the air, each word a brushstroke painting her spirit. They share tales of her kindness, weaving a tapestry of small, generous acts. A sense of community strengthens, binding them in shared grief and admiration. An unspoken vow echoes among them, a promise to carry forward Anna's light. Fluorescent lights hum over Emily in the sterile counseling room, casting a harsh glow on her unease. She shifts, a subtle tremor betraying the inner chaos she tries to conceal. Her gaze wanders, avoiding the therapist's probing eyes, lost in the bland uniformity. The room's coldness amplifies the turmoil within, a stark battleground of emotion. Each flicker of the light seems to mirror the instability threatening to break her composure. Silence stretches, thick with unspoken words and the weight of her hidden struggles. The river reflects the setting sun, a canvas of fading light and lengthening shadows, painting the water with hues of melancholy. Golden light kisses the water's surface, a fleeting moment of beauty before darkness fully embraces the scene. Ripples disturb the sun's reflection, each wave a sigh as the day gives way to the approaching night. A lone bird flies across the horizon, a silhouette against the fiery sky, adding a touch of loneliness to the tranquil scene. The air cools as twilight descends, carrying the scent of water and earth, a subtle reminder of nature's quiet power. In the court archives, a file clerk meticulously arranges case documents, each placed with exacting care. The air is thick, heavy with the scent of aged paper, a testament to years of legal history. Fluorescent lights cast a soft glow, illuminating rows upon rows of meticulously organized files. The clerk moves with quiet purpose, a silent guardian ensuring the sanctity of each document. Their dedication is palpable, a commitment to preserving the integrity of legal proceedings. Each file represents a story, a life, a piece of the intricate puzzle of justice served. Sunlight filters through leaves in Anna's memorial garden, dappling the stone benches and vibrant flower beds below. A gentle breeze whispers through the newly planted trees, carrying the sweet scent of roses. The air is filled with the fresh scent of cut grass. Stone benches offer quiet nooks for reflection amidst the vibrant bloom. Each flower a vibrant testament to Anna's enduring memory. The garden stands as a sanctuary, a living tribute. Sunlight pierces barred windows, illuminating a stark prison classroom where shadows dance on stone. Amidst hardened faces, Emily, mid-30s, sits at a long table, lost in the delicate craft of basket weaving. Her brow furrows in intense concentration, hands moving with a focused grace in the harsh setting. Craft supplies scatter across the table, symbols of a rehabilitation program, offering a path to redemption. Emily seeks atonement, her deliberate actions, a quiet rebellion against the weight of her past. A dense fog hangs heavy over the river at dawn, its tendrils reaching out like ghostly fingers. The world is muted, sound muffled by the thick, swirling mist. Visibility is near zero, adding an element of mystery and suspense. The fog conceals what lies beneath, creating a sense of unease. The river's surface is hidden, a secret world veiled by the morning mist. Sunlight pierces the cold case unit, illuminating dust and the ghosts of unsolved mysteries. Anna and Mark, faces grim, are swallowed by towering stacks of files, each a silent plea. Anna pores over a faded photograph, her brow furrowed in concentration, seeking a lost truth. Mark sighs, exhaustion etched on his face, yet his eyes remain glued to the case. Each document is scrutinized, every forgotten detail resurrected in the relentless pursuit. The air hangs heavy with the weight of unanswered questions and the faint hope for justice. At Anna's new family home, boxes tower high and the moving truck dominates the driveway. The family gazes at their new home, a mix of excitement and apprehension coloring their expressions. A new chapter begins here, filled with unspoken hopes and dreams. Each family member carries a silent promise of a brighter future in their new surroundings. Emily is led down the prison corridor, her footsteps echoing. Steel doors line the way, each a barrier in the dim light. The air vibrates with distant shouts, a symphony of despair echoing through the cold, unyielding walls. A correctional officer unlocks a numbered door, its heavy clang signaling Emily's confinement. The door swings open, revealing a small, bare cell, a stark, desolate space awaiting its new occupant. The tranquil river flows, its surface a perfect mirror reflecting the boundless sky above. A serene tableau unfolds, capturing the delicate balance between life and the quiet acceptance of mortality. Sunlight dances on the water. The scene breathes with peacefulness. Under the soft desk lamp, a documentary filmmaker is consumed by towering stacks of case files. The quiet rustle of paper fills the air as they sift through evidence, seeking the hidden truth. Each document is a piece of a puzzle, a fragment of a story waiting to be pieced together. They delve into the depths of envy, betrayal, and the elusive pursuit of justice, exploring the complex web of human emotions that culminated in a courtroom showdown. Each piece of evidence whispers tales of broken trust and the desperate search for resolution. Sunlight filters through the trees as classmates reunite, their laughter echoing across the years at Anna's school reunion. Each face reflects nostalgia, a silent tribute to Anna's enduring spirit woven into their shared memories. In the dappled sunlight, they remember Anna's laughter, a bittersweet symphony of joy and longing. A profound void lingers, a testament to Anna's impact on their lives. Forever etched in the heart of their reunion, the steel door clangs, sealing Emily in the sterile psych ward. Her faded orange jumpsuit is a stark contrast to the beige walls. Fluorescent lights hum, casting a sickly glow on the unwelcoming space. Emily shivers, a tremor of fear. The air hangs heavy with disinfectant and despair, a palpable weight pressing down on her. A scarred metal table dominates the room, bolted down chairs encircling it like silent sentinels. Emily's eyes dart around, taking in the bleak surroundings. A sense of isolation washes over her. The heavy silence amplifies the buzzing lights, each hum a reminder of her confinement. Sunlight glints off cars streaming across the bridge, each vehicle a tiny world, oblivious to the river's depths. The river flows silently beneath, hiding a dark secret, its surface undisturbed by the constant traffic above. Each driver and passenger is lost in their own thoughts, unaware of the tragedy the water conceals. The bridge hums with the rhythm of daily life, masking the weight of what lies beneath the surface. Unseen, the river carries the burden of a hidden past, its waters reflecting a deceptive tranquility. In the solemn appeal hearing, Emily's lawyers stand tall, a united front against the court's imposing presence. They argue with unwavering conviction, their voices echoing through the chamber as they fight for Emily's chance at justice. They cite irregularities, each word a calculated strike against the foundation of the original trial. The weight of insufficient evidence hangs heavy in the air, a damning indictment of the previous proceedings. Bathed in sunlight, Anna's youth orphanage stands as a beacon of hope, its modest facade a testament to care and dedication. Banners flutter softly in memory of Anna, a gentle reminder of the orphanage's namesake and her enduring legacy. Donations arrive, boxes of toys, bags of clothes, envelopes of money, a community's heartfelt tribute to Anna's work. Each gift is a tangible expression of gratitude, a promise to continue Anna's mission of love and support. Sunlight paints bars across the floor of the prison art room, illuminating Emily hunched over her canvas. Paint tubes and brushes lie scattered around her, a palette of potential and pent-up emotion. Her brow is furrowed in fierce concentration, each stroke a desperate attempt to capture the storm within. Her hands, stained with vibrant hues, move with fevered energy, guided by a tormented soul. The canvas erupts in a swirl of dark and vibrant colors, a visual scream of pain and remorse. Under the cloak of night, the river whispers its mournful tale, a silent witness to the tragic event. Moonlight dances on the water's surface, casting an ethereal glow on the somber scene. The river flows ceaselessly, each ripple a haunting echo of what was lost. A chilling breeze sweeps across the water, carrying with it the weight of sorrow and regret. The stillness of the night amplifies the river's silent lament, a constant reminder of the tragedy. In the silent, grand chamber of the Supreme Court, a gavel falls, its sound heavy with finality. Emily sits at the defendant's table, her face pale as she awaits the court's verdict. The lead judge reads the decision, each word echoing in the vast space. The weight of the moment crashes down. The appeal is rejected. Sunlight dazzles on the glass facade of the Anna's Legacy Foundation, a beacon of hope and progress. The sleek, modern building reflects the clear sky, embodying Anna's vision of a brighter future. The Anna's Legacy Foundation sign gleams, a testament to her enduring impact on the world. Professionals stride purposefully, their dedication etched on their faces as they enter the foundation. Volunteers, full of passion, join the flow, each contributing to the causes Anna championed. The foundation buzzes with activity, a living monument to Anna's legacy of compassion and change. Sunlight pierces the barred window, casting stark shadows in the prison's spiritual guidance room. Emily sits, her hands clasped tight, a portrait of contained anxiety and fragile hope. The harsh light etches lines of worry onto her face, revealing the depth of her inner turmoil. A glimmer of desperation flickers in her eyes, betraying a soul teetering on the edge. She looks up, seeking solace in the sterile surroundings, her gaze filled with unspoken pleas. The silence amplifies her unspoken words, a symphony of anguish echoing within the room. A solemn memorial gathers by the tranquil riverbank, faces etched with grief in remembrance of Anna. Mourners stand in quiet contemplation, honoring Anna's life and enduring legacy by the water's edge. The gentle murmur of the river forms a poignant backdrop to the heartfelt ceremony. Sunlight glints off the water as memories of Anna are shared, each word a testament to her impact. Sunlight floods the silent courtroom, illuminating swirling dust motes. The judge surveys the scene with a stern, impartial gaze. Lawyers stand, sharp and unwavering, awaiting the final verdict. Anxiety and resignation blend on the defendant's face. The air crackles with unspoken tension. The weight of judgment hangs heavy in the expectant silence. Sunlight glints off the river's surface, each ripple a fleeting memory of Anna. The current flows steadily onward, mirroring Anna's unyielding spirit. Water reflects the sky, a constant reminder of life's boundless possibilities. The river whispers tales of resilience, echoing Anna's enduring legacy. Nature's gentle rhythm reinforces the importance of remembrance and hope. The fluorescent lights of the stark room cast long shadows on Emily, her face etched with the passage of time and hardship. Though weary, a flicker of her past self dances in her eyes, hinting at the person she once was. The camera tightens on her hands, clasped tightly in her lap, a silent testament to years of untold stories. A deep, steadying breath fills the room, the prelude to words long held captive. The weight of years hangs heavy in the air as Emily prepares to confront her memories. Beside the flowing river, a crowd gathers, faces a canvas of sorrow and cherished memories under the sun. Sunlight glimmers on the water, mirroring the light of Anna's life celebrated by her community. A gentle murmur fills the air, weaving together shared stories and the rustling whispers of nearby trees. Each face reflects a personal connection, a silent tribute to Anna's enduring impact. An empty prison cell, cold and stark, stands as a silent testament to justice. Shadows stretch across the barren floor, whispering of Emily's actions. The chilling emptiness underscores the weight of consequences and the cost of freedom. Silence echoes in the confines, a haunting reminder of Emily's absence.